Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and
Yeah. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
My unruly friend Beans. No, listen. Hey, y'all. I know it's been a minute since we've been on the show and did an episode, but a lot of things has happened since then. Before we go ahead and get into this episode, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate everybody who rock with us and show love. All right. Listen. For all y'all who watch our show or who do watch our show or don't watch our show, me and Beans, y'all know we are correction officers.
Mm-hmm.
We work in the prisons. And recently, a lot of things have happened in the last, I would say, last week, where and this is all national news now, but it led to the working conditions, the certain laws that are in place, the HALT Act, different things have caused it to be an unsafe environment for each other. And to the point where I would say inmates have, in Collins, they had a situation where they have taken over 2 dorms and threatened officers, and to the point where we had to, as officers of our facility, had to go and I guess bring back order. I would say that's why I would give it
to
help bring back order, because we had to frisk out the facility. But because of all that, it started off the next day. After about 3 days of frisking the whole cells, it ended up happening where Collins and Elmira ended up going on strike.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which led to a lot of other jails, prisons in New York State to go on strike. Now, as of today, we have about 40 prisons that are on strike out of 42. And as me and Beans being fellow officers, correction officers, we're holding with them. But I think the bigger picture is why we've gotten to this point. I think a lot of people, they have their own opinions of right or wrong, indifferent. And I think at some point things get to a boiling point where people are tired of being treated a certain way.
Well, the environment is stressful on a regular day.
100%.
Without all the extra.
Yeah.
It's stressful as it is. With everything going on, it just escalated to the stress.
And I think this moment in time is gonna go down in history for sure, because from what we hear, there's only been a strike for corrections. I want to say in like 1979 or
17 years ago.
Yeah. So it's been, I want to say 5 days for the complete strike, 4 days for our facility striking.
Okay.
And I will say this, I've never been so proud of the community to stand behind us and say, what do you guys need? They bring food, drinks, water, coffee, wood for us, because we're outside. Like, we outside.
And it's like negative.
It's like we live in Buffalo, New York. All right. Like, if anybody, all you got to do is go look up Buffalo Bills winter game. You'll see how we get down over here.
Yes.
Okay. And I mean, I had me triple layers on, quadruple layers. We got tons of hand warmers, but the community has come like in
Yes.
abundance.
I was surprised at the amount of support we got.
Like more, probably, I ain't gonna say more than what we need, but almost I feel like it was like more than what I expected for sure.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
You know, and I know everybody's got their own opinion on the matter. We've seen people the other day, there was somebody who came from a YouTube channel. I can't remember his name.
Whatever that clown name.
He had a long beard though, but he came and he was trying to be an agitator.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm for me, you know, for me and Beans, for us to have our own YouTube channel, I understand everybody's got to make a living. Everybody's trying to get a name out there for themselves. And for me, I don't really care that he wants to be an agitator. It's up to us to not agitate back.
But yes, my thing is people, it's his amendment right to go out and do it. That's the first thing. Secondly, people got to understand, for us, this is our livelihood. We're trying to change something. For him, it's content.
This is a content thing. For him, it's a moment where I can go ahead and try to rile some people up,
get some views,
because this is our livelihood and this is how we make our living and feed our families. It means a lot to us.
Yes.
So emotions are high.
Yes.
And he feels like I can exploit their emotions by being in their face and being talking aggressively. Now, granted, the guy never hit nobody. He never, he doesn't engage, but he does talk to people vulgarly, trying to get them to tip.
Yeah. And he came on talking about a inmate who
had recently passed away.
Who was, let's be real.
I'm not gonna wait a minute now. We gotta wait for the courts to go to figure that out. All I'm saying is this:
the inmate, it looked bad.
The inmate he's deceased, and he is deceased based off of what they gather from the hands of officers.
There you go.
We will find out in court. I've seen the tapes. If you haven't seen the tape, I don't want to say, I don't really, and this is bad for me because he is a black man.
Yes.
I don't know the man's name.
His last name was Brooks.
Brooks. Okay. So Mr. Brooks, rest in peace. And I hope, everything gets worked out. Everything's going to get worked out the way it's supposed to.
And I was telling, I kind of yelled to do it. That's not what this is. This isn't
about him.
It's not about him. This is it. Technically, it is. It's about the unsafe conditions.
It's about him and it's about us. That's why I say. That's why this title, the video of this channel. I mean, this episode is "We Outside for Us and Them."
Because a lot of people don't know what the whole act is and what it
encompasses.
What it encompasses. I was talking to somebody today, and they were talking about it, and I said, let me put this in, because you got to make people. Some people you got to put the ball in court. I said, let's say your brother in jail, and he got beef with somebody in the next cell over. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. This dude, they come out of cell. This dude beat your brother up real bad. I said, because of the Halt Act, that inmate is not gonna go back to the box. He gonna go right back to his cell,
or across the street. When I mean across the street, I mean across a hallway to another block.
Another block. And guess what's gonna happen? When the next day when your brother come out and he go to trial, guess who there with him? The dude who beat him up the day before.
Yes.
And he gonna get beat up again.
Unfortunately, I think we've moved from holding people accountable for their actions to, oh, well, they didn't really mean it. Give them another chance.
And you know what's crazy? This is not just a prison thing. This is like a country.
This is a cultural thing. This is how America has started to move towards, where we're like, oh, it doesn't matter if they even with parenting, oh, it doesn't matter if their kid is cussing at them. They let them express themselves.
I know.
Listen, we have to bring back law and order.
Yes.
And people, I guarantee you, listen, just like us as correction officers, where we don't feel safe going in there on a constant basis as we did years ago, if we don't feel safe in the prisons, It's only a matter of time before people on the streets aren't going to feel safe.
Yes.
And they're gonna, these same people who aren't held accountable when they get out, what do you think they're gonna do?
Do the same thing.
If this is like, I'm not even trying to be funny, prison is like a summer camp for these guys nowadays.
Yeah.
Somebody said this on the radio. They said that these guys are like in a dorm room, sitting in a cell with a tablet, a computer, a laptop, where they can play games. They can call all their homeboys and girlfriends, whoever they talking to.
Yeah.
They can. These dudes, they betting FanDuel. They doing whatever they want to do.
Prison ain't hard time no more. It's not.
But these guys still have the same attitude and the same mindset of they're going to do what they want to do. And if there's no justice or no discipline for people,
there's no deterrent.
There's nothing.
And that's like in California where they lifted that law. You can steal worth $1,000 worth of items and not go to jail.
Yeah.
And then
you're giving them the threshold.
Yeah.
This is the thing about human beings. If you tell us you can't go, like there's a reason there's a speed limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But does anybody ever follow the speed limit?
No.
We go right above the speed limit, right enough to where we won't get in trouble, but we are breaking the rules.
Yeah.
So if you say the threshold is 1,000, all right, I'm gonna go right at 1,000, or I'm gonna go right a little above. What I'm saying is hold people accountable.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this for the guy that passed away, Mr. Brooks.
I believe it's Robert Brooks.
Robert Brooks. Robert Brooks. I'm gonna say this, and I'm a correctional officer. The same way I'm saying these incarcerated individuals need to be held accountable, the officers need to be held accountable. The civilians need to be held accountable. The governor needs to be held accountable. We all need to be held accountable for what's right.
Yes.
And the reason we're outside is because the things that have not been held accountable and the rules do not make sense anymore.
They don't.
And now something has to come. We're on the ground floor. So the people who are on the ground floor, they see the laws and how they really are affected.
Yes.
Not the person who's in a penthouse who's writing these things on an ivory tower.
That's it. And the thing is, and the whole act basically, inmates realize, if I break the rules, I still can get
this, and this.
This, and this. So wouldn't it make sense if we break the rules so we can get
this
what we want?
And my thing is, how can you hold them to a certain standard, but then try to hold us to a standard that's even more, like you're trying to say, oh, you guys don't have the right to strike. Well, if we keep telling you there's a problem till we're blue in the face,
mm-hmm.
and you're not solving the problem, it would be idiotic of us, or even I would say un-American of us, to just allow the problem to exist.
Exactly.
We have to take a stand to say, you know what, we're not going to just let this problem happen because you can't see it.
People are only going to talk for so long.
That's it.
People are going to try. We're going to try it. Now, we tried it your way. It ain't working.
And it's for all them to say, well, why don't y'all just go back? Why don't y'all go back? You can't go back.
No, we beyond that now.
If you go back now, you'd be a complete joke. Like I tried to make the analogy. Imagine you with you got a girlfriend,
mm-hmm.
and she does something that you just will not accept. You said, yo, that's not right. I'm not accepting that. Whatever. You tell her this. And she's like, okay. And she continued to do it. Now you tell her, I'm going to leave if you don't stop that. She said, okay. And she keep doing it. At that point, if you leave, she tell, come on back. If you come back and she's still doing what she was doing,
she's going to keep on doing it.
You have no say no more. It's nothing you can't even argue it no more.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's rough in there, y'all.
It really is. And I tried to explain this to my girl. I said, Now you see, we have gotten to it got so extreme around the state, stressing families, men and women getting divorces,
Yep.
all these problems that all stem from the workplace environment we're in. You can't even afford to take any more stress once you get out of there
You can't.
from your family. And this is the thing that people don't realize. When you get out of work, you might have a girlfriend, you might have a wife, you might have a sick baby, you might have a sick
Sick
brother,
parent-
sister,
sick
parent.
parents.
You got other issues that you got to face that honestly is almost unbearable to deal with because of you dealing with all that.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I just hope that it doesn't go past Monday. I hope
know.
that the governor does the right thing
Yes.
and sees how much we have not said nothing. We have dealt with this for years.
This is not a new thing.
This has been a over progression of year after year getting worse and worse, getting more violent inmates, getting less reign to I don't want to say control, but yeah, to control.
We're losing control.
We lose control. And I understand what is it called? What is the saying when they say absolute power corrupts absolutely? I understand from the public eye, from the incarcerated individual eye, from anybody who's against law enforcement. I understand that law enforcement has abused their powers for, I would say, centuries probably since the beginning of any form of government or law. What I'm telling y'all is in 2025, we're creating things to hold us accountable. And if just like we have body cameras and we have put cameras in all facilities for the most part, all maximum security facilities, we are getting to a point where government officials, law enforcement officers, military officers, anybody who's a form of authority, they have to be held to the same standard that they are enforcing to everybody else.
Exactly.
And
what's good for the goose.
Yes, and I'm okay with that. I'm
So am
okay
I.
with
So
us
am I.
giving me body cameras. I want you to see, because when I do something, you're gonna see I did it the right way, and I did it because it was necessary for it to happen that way.
Yeah, and I was telling somebody that the other day. He said, "Aren't you mad at the body cam?" I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "You know why? They're not just watching us; they're watching them."
That's it.
Like, people will see
what we're dealing
with on a daily basis. There's this woman that would come in. I do visits sometimes, right? And there was this woman that came in the visit room where she had the worst attitude, and she was like, I said, you guys do this and this to my son, this and this and that. And I said, okay, well, I said, I understand you, man. I said, who your son? And she named one of the worst individuals we had.
Inmates in there that cause all hell.
I said,
on a regular basis.
He said, my son's not like that. I said, no disrespect. I said, your son's not like that when you're here.
Yes.
As soon as you leave, he's a whole nother person. And crazy thing is, I walk away. It's for like 45 minutes. Her son comes in, fight breaks out.
Is he involved in it?
He the one who started.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was like,
listen,
and I'm in there looking at her like,
and I'm telling y'all from the bottom of my heart, in the 10 years that we've been in corrections, I've seen. I'm not sitting there going to act like I ain't seen wrong on both. I've seen wrong officers.
Yes,
I have. We've all seen. I guarantee you, for those officers that did what they did to cause that issue with Mr. Brooks, I'm going to tell you right now, for every one of them, there's at least 50 or 100 officers that are good people.
Yes.
That are good officers, that do the right thing, that treat people as people.
Yes. I'm glad this is happening because the outside needs to see that, because the the general census is all we, because somebody told me this one time.
You gonna beat me up?
All we do is go into work and beat people up. Somebody, I was in the store.
Oh, I know. That's the narrative.
All y'all do is come here and punch people in the head. I said, that's
think
not
about
even
this.
what we want to do.
I gotta work. Most correction officers work about 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think that me and Beans want to beat people up every day for 25 years?
No.
I don't even want to fight. I don't even listen. I'm so non-violent now. Now I ain't gonna sit there and act like when I was younger that I didn't have I don't want to say I didn't have an attitude problem. I just don't accept foolishness.
Yes.
I'm not accepting anybody disrespecting me or come at me in a crazy way. That's how I was brought up by my father.
Mm-hmm.
My father said, whoever show out, that's where you work them out. That's what I was taught.
Mm-hmm.
But I've grown because of this job.
Yes.
Because of this job. And I've seen that, you know what? An old timer told me, he said, listen, if you want to be a tough guy, you can be a tough guy in prison.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? It's going to be a long 25 years for you. But if you want to know how to deal with people and how to respect and talk to people, you can get things done without having to get physical with them.
Yeah, and people don't understand. They do teach us de-escalation, and I think a lot of this happens what you went through with that old timer. I think that happens to a lot of us, especially as Black officers, because the same thing happened to me when I first started.
Somebody took you under their wing.
I think I started a year before you did.
Yeah,
and it was basically the same going in and out. And somebody finally pulled me inside. Was like, look, you ain't got to do all that.
No, you don't.
You don't.
Treat people. Now, I will admit, there are some people who are so lost on either side, whether it be law enforcement, like those men, to me, those were lost men at Marcy. Those were lost men, because if there was one person with a just a smidge of respect, a smidge of leadership, so they would have said, hey, he had enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. But that wasn't the case. And in the same way, I've seen the same thing happen with inmate on inmate. Mm-hmm. I've been in the yard, seen a dude get jumped by 3-4 dudes and they curb stomp him, knock all his teeth out. I've seen that. So what I'm telling y'all is I've seen both unruly people on both sides, and both need to be held accountable.
Like before the strike and everything, there was we had an issue with an incarcerated individual about Mr. Brooks. He was acting up in our area, and he's talking about how the officers did him dirty and stuff. I said, I watch y'all do each other dirty every day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I said, how is that different from what they did? I said, you know how many stabbings on the scene?
You know what it is, Beans? What I'm realizing. You ever see the movie The Dark Knight? Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember that scene with the Joker and Two-Face, and he's pretty much talking to Two-Face and explaining his whole ideology of how he moves as a person. And he says, when a group of military officers get killed, no one blinks an eye. When a couple gang members get shot up, no one blinks an eye, because it's all part of the plan. When one mayor dies, everybody freaks their mind. Well, guess what? When something gets on camera and now they see officers doing something they shouldn't be doing, everybody freaks their mind. And I'm not saying what they did was right. No, I'm not agreeing with none of that. But what I'm saying is, when are y'all going to see that? Look at the numbers for how many inmate stabbings, fights, murders have happened in the last 5 or 6 years. You will see that it has grown. This is not just for us. This is for them too. People need to know when their family members make wrong decisions and end up in prison, that they have a chance to be safe.
And it's not. I don't think people understand that ever since the Halt Act, violence has gone on the rise. Not just against us,
bro.
Against each other.
When I went to Collins, what I saw, I'm surprised. Like, there's no like if somebody want to get killed, if they want to kill somebody, they 100% can happen. If somebody want to get raped, dude, there's too many places, there's not enough officers that it's almost insane to see.
When I first started at Orleans, that's another medium. My job before I got a permanent bid, my job was to watch the shower because they got the open shower. I had to watch the shower to make sure nobody got raped. Especially it was one particular person, but
one booty bandit.
Yeah, I had to make sure that. And I kid you not, like, and me being a rookie, I was like, "This is stupid. Why am I sitting here in front of the shower?" But sure enough, this one dude go in the shower.
Everybody would.
Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I was like,
and it always be like an old timer, somebody
like,
who back in the day was really doing this.
Yeah, I was like, nah. I said you can go.
But the sad part about it is they ain't got no shame in their game.
They don't.
Yeah.
And this is back where yeah, and this is back where transgender inmates was first kind of started popping up.
Listen, no, but see, this is the crazy thing though. When that was going on, there was no nowadays what they accept, like they got dudes who have male genitalia in female prisons. Yeah. This is where we're at, people. I mean, at what point do we make it make sense? Exactly. We have males in female prisons.
And see, and these are the things that the public generally doesn't know about.
They won't speak on that.
No, we sent an incarcerated individual to Rikers. We sent him to Rikers. They put him on the female side because he identified as a female. He had the breast implants. He had them.
Yes.
He got 2 women pregnant. Riker said, "You got to go back." They sent him back to us.
Yes. This is what I'm saying. Like, and we have to keep dealing with this, and no one's doing anything about it. It just keeps getting worse.
Yes, because we're letting the foolishness fly.
And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, are y'all serious? Like, y'all really thought this would be a good idea?
Exactly.
Who is pulling the levers?
Yeah. Like,
who are pressing the buttons?
Exactly. And the thing is, now how are these women going to explain this? About how'd you get pregnant in prison? Oh, another inmate got me pregnant. And the family probably looking like, aren't you with other women? That would be my like, how did you get pregnant?
I mean, listen, I have my own issues with Trump, but I'm hoping that he changes that law.
Tell me, you're king.
He's not my king.
Is this your king? That's
not my king right now. Listen, man.
You know what's crazy? I didn't vote for the man, but you know what? There are some things I agree with what he's doing. That's the crazy part.
Well, I don't agree that he I'm not gonna speak on that, but you know what happened. Did I tell you what happened?
Mm-mm. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah, that. Okay. I see you on that. I see you.
When I see you, no, I'm playing. Let me stop.
I see you on the street. No,
I ain't threatening you. I don't want no problems.
We don't want no problems.
But so yeah, that's what's going on right now. Like I said, the statewide, we're hoping that it gets resolved and some changes are made. But I really want to transition into people standing up for themselves. Okay. A lot of times people are sheep. They do what other people do and they say what other people say and they follow other people. Sometimes you could be getting done wrong. You see somebody else getting done wrong. That's one of the problems I notice about this country and I notice about humans. We allow bad things to happen to other people as long as we aren't affected.
Mm-hmm.
I had a situation where somebody had lost their job.
Okay.
Somebody else who's possibly could be on the chopping block, but they're not on the chopping block, called us saying, "Oh man, I'm sorry, you know, this ain't right what they're doing to you, but I just want to say, you know, I'm with you." And I'm like, okay, well, if you're with them, why don't you put it out there that you don't like what's happening to them? oh yeah, I can't do that right now because I'm still with the company, so I can't really say nothing about that. Well, see, that's the whole point. See, the wrong is getting done. You see it's getting done, and you are too afraid or willing to say something about it. That's why it keeps happening. If everybody would sit there and say, that's not right, I don't care what you're gonna do to me, I'm going to stand for what's right. Guess what happened? The wrong can't happen.
Yeah, nobody wants to stick their neck out.
Nobody ever wants to do for the neighbor. Look out for your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't realize as the people at the bottom that if we all looked out for each other, they couldn't control us. They have to listen to us. We are the thing that makes this thing work.
That's true.
That's like you are stronger together.
Like was that soul food? She said, divided we're like this.
That's it.
But
together we're like this. You can't stop us. And I wish people would understand that.
Because we're so conditioned.
That's
conditioned to be like this.
They beat us down so much to say, if you say anything, you know what? It ain't no different than the Willie Lynch laws.
Mm-hmm.
They find anybody who was unruly and they make an example of them. But people don't realize that if everybody was unruly, who you gonna make an example of everybody? Then you don't got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was the point of that? But they weed out the strong real fast.
That's how they do.
So it ain't no different than the Bible with Jesus Christ. They saw what happened to Jesus. They said, "Oh no, I can't do nothing today. I'm too scared."
That's that pack mentality. Take out the alpha male, the rest will fall in love.
But like I said, I want people to see. There's a video we about to watch of a guy who is standing up for himself. Let's watch it.
I don't think I've seen this one.
It says, "Does the date start when we sit at the table or when I greet you in the parking lot?" Let's watch the video.
So it seems like your mood has changed within the last 40 minutes of us sitting here. What's going on?
Well, keeping it 100, my theory is we've been getting along pretty well these last 3 days. It's our first date, and the waiter or whoever he is, he tells us that it's going to be a 40-minute wait. Actually, you want to stay? You say yes. In a nutshell, you was on your phone, you was on your laptop, and I've been pulling at straws to get conversation from you, and it just put a bad taste in my mouth. And even when I tried to holler at you or speak to you, you put your finger up. I understand you're a lawyer and you got all this stuff to handle, but you don't think that was inconsiderate?
I mean, like, that's how I make my money.
Okay. You don't think the date started once we physically met one another in the parking lot, or you think the date starts now?
I mean, like, it starts now because I'm done talking. I mean, I had to talk to a client. It was an urgent situation. I had to check my emails because my secretary is waiting on me to get back with something. So, I mean, like, I thought maybe you might be a little understanding, maybe.
Well, seeing that I drove an hour and a half here, and I got to drive an hour and a half back, I was under the impression that the date started once I hugged you in the parking lot. And I understand you got this and that going on, but I think I'm going to pass on this date right here. And, you know, it's been a pleasure that you considered even to go out with me.
Like, really?
Yeah, really.
For real. Like, I took time out of my day to come and sit here with you for you to get up and leave me in the middle of a date.
Well, you killed at least 40 minutes of my time on the phone doing your email and calling with Papa Smurf or whoever you was talking to. So, but I appreciate it. And matter of fact, I'll leave a tip for you. Is that cool?
Now, this dude went on a date with this girl, drove an hour and a half. All right. And he pretty much, when he got there, gave her a hug. They went into the restaurant. She brought out her laptop, start taking phone calls, whatever case may be. He trying to talk to her. She hit him with the, "Yeah, hold up." Was like, "Yeah, hold up, Nick." You know, and what I want to ask is, how many men out there would actually do what he just did?
That's a good question.
Because I don't feel like there's a lot of men out there who stand up for themselves. We tolerate a lot.
Yeah.
We tolerate a lot of disrespect for our time because a lot of women sometimes feel like their time is more valuable.
Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, driving an hour and a half, I ain't going for it. That's a long 20 minutes. I ain't going for it.
Listen, man, I've driven, almost embarrassing to say, I've driven to Cincinnati to meet a girl.
Don't feel bad. I drove to New York to meet my current girlfriend.
Exactly.
So I can't.
I think that's a longer, well, I don't know, about what and what, probably
6 hours.
Yeah, it's about what and what. So what I'm saying is, but I ended up, that wasn't my, got catfished.
That's the worst for you.
So it was like, never again.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was a little worried about that too. I was like, God.
But see, this is the thing. This is before I knew anything about filters. So she had a filter on. I didn't know it. I didn't know nothing about filters back then.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, you look good. Like, her voice was sexy as hell on the phone. Got there. I didn't realize about angles. The angles women put out there, they will make themselves look like they are fine as wine and 100 and such pounds.
Mm-hmm,
And this girl is three plus, 3 bills plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, golly.
I'm like, you looking at it
like I'm a big dude. You can't be near me. I'm sorry. You cannot be near me.
You got the same broad shoulder.
Dude, she was that. Listen, I'm not even trying to be funny. When I went to try to hug her, I could not touch my hands.
Wow.
Like, I couldn't reach my hands around her. So you take that as you want. But what I'm saying is, from this video, sometimes you have to take a stand. Sometimes people are going to treat you how you let them treat you. Mm-hmm. He chose to have more respect for himself than she was offering. And I'm saying this the same way, and I said this to all the guys who out there, men and women, trying to take a stand for themselves. If you can't fight for yourself, why would anybody else fight for you?
There you go. There it is.
If you're not willing to sacrifice and do right by yourself for better conditions, why would anybody else care about what you're doing?
Exactly.
So, fellas, take what we're doing, take what you've seen this video, this guy doing, and have respect for yourself. Don't allow not only a woman that you like, don't allow friends, co-workers, anybody disrespect you, disrespect your time, disrespect who you are. Have respect and care for yourself more than anybody else.
That's it. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to care about you more than you.
True.
At the end of the day,
no one will care about you more than you. And that's why when people are like, yo, we should just go back. We should just go back. I said, listen, do you not know when they threw, okay, and for anybody who don't know right now, they try to bribe us and throw more money at us. Mm-hmm. It's bigger than just money. Mm-hmm. It's peace of mind. It's the fact that we want to go back to where when we first started corrections, it was not as stressful. No. We are working 24, 36-hour days.
But before all this,
this is what y'all hearing now. This has been happening progressively. When me and Beans first got in corrections, when we first got at Wendy, we worked day shift.
That's it.
We still work day shift right now. And for anybody who don't know lingo, stuck means you work your shift, your mandatory 40 hours, your 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
And then they tell you you have to stay for another 8-hour shift.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what a mandate is. They're forcefully telling you you have to stay here for another shift because we don't have anybody to work that job.
Exactly.
So imagine when we first got in corrections, day shift, 7 to 3 shift, you got stuck once a year.
Once. If that.
One time, possibly a year. That's where it came from. And I want to say what we've been 8 years, 9 years.
I've been at the gym 9 years.
Yeah. So in 9 years, went from one time a year to, let's say, maybe 3 years ago, it was like once, maybe like 5 times a year, to recently, last year, probably once every
3 days, maybe.
once every, no, it went from once every month, like 5-6 times a week, to once every 2 weeks,
Mhm.
to now it's 3 times, probably 3 to 4 times in a week or two.
In a week, yeah.
So
And don't let it be a weekend. It's back
if
to
you
back.
if you work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, and you are on 8-hour shifts, you are going to get stuck, and you're going to work 16 hours. So when people say, "Oh, you guys make all this money, you make all this money," I can guarantee you, 5, 6, 7 years ago, the people who made 100,000 or more, that was because they chose to make it. Now we got so many people who make over 100,000, it's because it's forced. They don't get a chance to say no to the overtime.
No.
They have to do it.
No. I was talking to somebody. Somebody was telling me they made $150,000 last year, and that was without.
Dude, somebody told me at Collins, a guy made $197,000, and he's a rookie. He didn't have 5 years, dude. That's what. So all I'm saying is, it's because progressively over time we have allowed to be disrespected, to be allowed things to be taken away from us, and we've accepted it. We've accepted the clear bags, which pretty much represents that we are a problem, that we're the ones bringing in illegal things. That's what it represents to me.
And the thing is about that, the clear bags.
I want that going too. I'm about to tell them, take that away.
Well, we need, because now a lot of people don't understand. Prison is an all or none entity, meaning if I do something wrong, we both get punished for it.
Mhm.
Now the clear bags, we all got to carry clear bags because somebody messed up in another jail 8 hours away. That's where the clear bags, and it wasn't even an officer that messed up; it was a civilian. So now it just trickled down to all of us.
But
that's
see,
where the clear bags come from.
But this is my thing. People don't understand that when you implement certain things like that, what it does for your psyche.
Mhm.
It makes you have, see, this is the thing. I understand on the surface level, oh, we want to be able to see what's in there so people will resort. Have common sense. If I'm bringing in something illegal that I don't want to get caught, and you start having clear bags, do you think I'm going to put it in a clear bag?
And here goes the thing. We were doing bag checks before all this.
Thank you. What I'm saying is, what you're showing is the imagery of you're a problem, and I need to check you at all accords to make sure that you stay in line. That's what it does. And the culture of that makes people feel like it's a negative space. Imagine you owning a team or having an organization or having a business, and you're telling your workers, I don't trust you.
Every day.
I don't trust you. You're a liar. You're doing wrong. Do you think your workers are going to love to work there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think your workers are going to want to give their all to you?
No.
I was a college athlete. I played football in college. I played football in high school. I can tell you the difference between the coaching staff when I wanted to play in high school versus the coaching staff when I got to college, and how I felt about them. When I was in high school, my coaches, they knew me, they knew my parents, they showed me that they actually cared about me and loved me. And guess what? I would run through a brick wall for them. When I got to college, I realized football is a business. These guys, they're recruiting you. They'll tell you whatever they got to tell you. When you get to there, you're a number in them. And what do they always said at this jail? You're just another number.
Yep. That's
When you devalue people,
yep,
you get what you pay for.
Yep.
That's it.
And when they show you they don't care.
Why would you?
Why would I care?
That's and I need y'all to understand something. That's in any facet of life. If you're in a relationship and the woman you in the relationship with show you she don't care about what you feeling, what you think, what make you mad, how they going what's the result of that?
You gonna leave.
You ain't gonna give a fuck no more. You gonna say, well, okay,
I'm gonna do what I do.
You do you, I'm gonna do me. That's how that work, right?
Yeah.
That ain't no different than a team, a business, an organization, a club, a relationship.
That's it.
Parenting, all that is that's a team entity.
Morale works wonders. You have to have a good morale at work.
They don't have any functions. Us as employees, we don't interact with each other except for somebody's birthday, cool. But we don't have literally a basketball team. We don't have a league. We don't have outings. Let's all meet up here to do this together. Let's have a spades competition. Let's do it. We're not interacting with each other. Everybody's so separate and people are so cliquey, right? Because everybody's out for themselves. I'll hang out with this person, this and now, of course, I understand everybody's not gonna get along with everybody.
No, that's not.
But there still needs to be a mutual understanding, and that's what I've seen through this strike, that we're all bonded together for the same cause.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
I will say this. I know there are some blocks who actually get together as a block.
Yes.
And go out.
That's true.
And like team build, I guess you want to call it.
And I think that's what we need. We need team building exercises, team building bonding, a retreat, something to where we can say we all come together for this as a team.
We used to have that.
We need to bring that back. But we also need to bring back, but it starts at the top. It starts where people, because there's such a disconnect from the top to the bottom that's why the bottom said, you know what, enough's enough. The top's not listening, so we'll make them listen. Okay. And I think
what happened.
Go ahead. No.
I think what happened was we realized the top of the pyramid can't stand without the bottom.
That's so true.
The building can't stand without a base, without a foundation.
And if the top could be on fire, but if the base is on fire, everybody's gone.
Everybody's gone.
So we're telling the people at the top, hear us and hear us good. Enough is enough. We need change. And if you're not the one to inflict the change, then move aside and let someone who is willing to do it. If you know what, and I'll say this, even at the top, it trickles down. I've seen it on every level, from superintendent, dep, lieutenant, sergeant to officer. Somebody's always trying to pass the buck to someone else, and nothing ever gets done. Be a leader and be willing to stand and make a decision for the betterment of the group.
Yeah. I see people peeking in and walking out.
Yeah. All right.
Now, what's this?
This one right here. So now we're going to watch a video where, if y'all haven't heard, rapper Remy Ma. Now, everybody knows, if you know anything about Remy Ma's history. She was an actual incarcerated individual at, I think, Bear Hill, or was it Albion?
She was at Albion.
She was at Albion.
Out here, actually.
Yeah. She's out here for, I want to say, about what, 6 years?
A couple of years, yeah.
It was like 5-6 years. Well, her, I guess, ex-husband, I don't know what he is now. Papoose was one of the few guys who would come visit her. He would come visit her. And anybody who knows female prisons, men don't come to visit women.
Nope.
We don't do that. So he was a very loyal man.
Yeah.
But now you see what happens when men care more and have more loyalty than the woman does. I've always said, Beans, don't ever do something for a woman that you can't see her doing for you. So what ends up happening is Remy Ma ended up cheating on him with another guy who looked very similar to him.
Which is wild to me.
So we're gonna see what happened to that situation.
So disappointed in her.
It's reported that Remy Ma is mad at Easy the Block Captain because it's alleged rumors that he is cheating.
Now Remy, the Block Captain, he is a hip hop battle rapper. He raps in, like, URL, all that kind of stuff.
And I think
look how crazy he looks, like Pat Pooch.
Yeah, I think she knew him from back in the day. I think
he's
they
from
knew each other.
I think he's from Philadelphia.
I think they knew each other before her and Pat Pooch.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay,
I think they did know each other.
You could be right.
They never dated, but they knew each other.
What it shows me is this: what comes around goes around. But damn, dude, she watch what he says.
Yep. You left Pat Poose to get with T-Move Poose, and he's cheating on you. Black Queen. You missed that, don't you? I already know. You messed up. I mean, now you with him. He's cheating on you. Treating you like a dog. Because he like, man, how can I ever love her when I see what she did to her husband? She gonna just do the same thing to me. If you'll do that to Pap, you'll do that to anybody. So you might as well just hang your love life up. You just might as well just mingle. You know what I'm saying? Mingle. And you better off as just trying to keep a man as a friend first for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't gonna trust you. So what do you think? You think Remy deserve it? You think it's just karma coming back? Or you think Easy the Block Captain is stupid? Or was he just here for one reason and one reason only? Did he have an objective for why he was with her? Was it not really love too? I mean, drop it down in the comments. Got to be careful. Now she watching Papoose happy and love. Dang, I know that hurt. I know she liked the lady on the Temptations that was watching him in the bar.
Now I gotta find out who Papoose was
dating Clarissa Shields.
Papoose? Is he dating? He's dating
the female boxer who knocked that chick out. He was there at the fight.
What's it called? You know what's so funny? I actually watched. She's got a movie out.
Clarissa Shields?
Yes. She's got a movie out, and it's about her life growing up in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
It actually is a good movie.
Yeah.
How do you spell Papoose?
P-A-P, not P-A-T.
Oh, Papoose.
I don't know if it's on 2 or 1 or 2.
Okay, here we go. Papoose girl. Okay. So now I'm about to pull this up for y'all. This is what ended up being. All right, so this right here. Can I move this over? No. Okay, so this is Papoose. This is Remy Ma. This is Papoose's double.
Evil twin brother.
Yeah, the infiltrator. All right. And then this is Clarissa Shields.
Yes.
Now let's keep it a buck. Back in the day, Remy Ma lean back. She had 2 joints. She was on Lean Back with Fat Joe and Terror Squad. And she had a song called Girl, I Look Too Good to Be doing this. And I look too good to be. I ain't gonna lie. I fucks with both songs.
Yeah,
Heavy.
they made that song All the Way Up, one of my favorite
All
songs.
the way up.
Yeah.
All the way up. Yes.
Tight
So
song.
Papoose, he got some underground, independent stuff. Ain't nobody really listen to Papoose. He was good. He had his moment in this, but he took a back seat and let Remy Ma shine. Cool. First off, this is why, fellas, you gotta think about this, Papoose. This is why they always say, your purpose, your woman. Your purpose, your woman. Purpose go first before a woman. Because you know why? Papoose took a back seat to him for Remy Ma, and he had a baby with her. He was in love with this woman. He supported her, all that, and she still came out and dogged him out.
I don't think when I realized I didn't think it was going to start working out, because when she first got out of prison,
She was complaining about.
she was on Love and Hip Hop.
I already know what you're gonna say.
She was complaining she didn't want to have no kids.
That's it. When
She
she
was
said that,
I don't want to have no kids.
I said she don't love that man. She listen. How many times, Beans, have we been at work talking amongst the female staff at our job, and I said, "Oh, talking to them about their significant other having a baby or whatever," and then what would the women who didn't want to have a baby or was like on some like, "No, I ain't have no kid with him," and the way they look, what we say?
Oh, anyway,
You don't like him. You don't love him. A woman who loves they man can't wait to have a baby by him.
Yeah.
They waiting on him. They like, yo, when is you gonna give me some of them little toddlers run around? Listen, Clarissa Shields, and now this is what I was gonna get at. Remy Ma went from Papoose, even though Papoose ain't did no rap music in a long time, but she went to a guy. Papoose still made it as a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
This battle rapper dude, he battle rap. I don't think I would consider battle rapping in the same. Even though they're great artists. But as far as fame, I would not put a battle rapper compared to an actual music rapper, like somebody whose stuff was on the radio.
Yeah, no.
Right? Would you agree?
That's like an NBA player versus a street ball player.
Yes.
Not the same game.
Great for what you do,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to that level, you're not making no hits. Okay. Now, so would you say that's a downgrade?
Who? She
From Papoose to Papoose to
T-Poose?
yeah, 2.0.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you got Remy Ma. Remy Ma is for a female, she's up there.
She solidified.
She solidified as a female rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't give Remy Ma as a legend. I wouldn't put her as a legend for female rappers, but she up there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you got Clarissa Shields, undefeated. I don't know how many belts she got as a female Olympian, two-time Olympian.
She's the undisputed champion, I think, in 3 weight classes.
3 weight classes. And I mean,
she has all weight classes.
Let me just look up Clarissa Shields.
It's 3 or 4.
Because she got a YouTube channel.
There you go.
Oh,
it's Clarissa.
Oh,
she rocked that chick.
Oh, is this
she
recent?
didn't knock her out. Yeah, it was her last fight. She didn't knock her out.
All right. So look,
Lee.
Clarissa Shields. I want to see her channel though. I think she has a channel. Oh, here we go. Oh, her and Papoose. I know she got a big following though on YouTube. What I'm saying is, she's popping right now, and guess who ain't? Remy Ma ain't popping. Remy Ma ain't came out with no damn music that was worth something since I was in high school.
Since she got out,
she had one joint when she got out because everybody flooded the gates thinking Remy Ma was back, and she wasn't and hit on nothing. So all I'm saying is,
and she destroyed Nicki Minaj. I gotta give her that.
Okay,
but after that.
But Nicki kind of out the game anyway. She just walk around with her big bubble. But
now let me go back to the picture.
Okay.
Now I will say that this is why she downgraded. Out of the 4 of them, that Easy the Block Captain, the only reason why he at this level of popularity
It's
is because he's in this situation.
Nobody would know who the hell he is
Yeah.
if he didn't cheat on. If Remy Ma didn't cheat on him.
Yes. The other three though, they got their fame.
They
in their
solidified
own right, in their own right.
That's it. They man, and I'm not saying he not man-made on his own thing, but nobody would know this rapper.
Exactly.
Or battle rapper if he didn't mess with Remy Ma.
Because I had to Google him when I was like, who is that?
Well, years ago, I watched a battle rap where Remy Ma, she hosted a battle rap, and everybody had already heard that he had cheated on him. She stood there, and the dude lit her up.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
With the oh my lord!
Listen, you put your business.
And everybody was talking about she gonna battle rap. Remy Ma, you not about to battle rap these dudes. You will get ate up.
I seen a dude battle rap this woman, and she got him the first round. But when it was his turn, he called her every type of bitch you can think. I mean, destroyed her in one round. That was it. She couldn't say nothing else after that. They can't hang like that.
So, yeah, apparently some councilmen are gonna be coming by tomorrow.
Yes,
cool. But you really gotta watch, and this is my thing. If a woman cheated, and I've always said this, if you get with a woman because you cheating on your woman with her, or she's cheating on her man with you, can you truly trust her to be faithful to you? If she wasn't faithful to him, and I'm not saying, listen, I know everybody's situation is different, but my thing is this: if you and me are not getting along, and I am going to cheat on you, wouldn't it just be better if I just said, you know what, we ain't working out, I need a break? That way, you're not only your conscience, but your morals are still intact. I'm not sitting there saying I ain't never did wrong. But I'm just saying, if I'm gonna do wrong, I ain't gonna get no relationship with the person I'm doing wrong with.
No. It never works. It never does.
Could never. Because in the back of your mind, it's always gonna be, are they gonna do me wrong?
What's that saying? How you get them is how you lose them.
That's it. We'll probably do one more and then we'll call it. You want to do that video right here?
Mr. Storyteller, how long is it?
It's about 3-4 minutes.
All right, fuck yeah.
We'll do this last one, y'all, and then we're gonna call it a night because we kind of getting late.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like his better half is probably ready to.
No, she not. She not the one texting me right now.
Oh, you got it like that?
No, it's not like that.
Whatever. Let's get the video.
No,
Am I the a-hole for kicking my daughter out of my house because she is pregnant with child number 7? Please listen to the whole story before you judge me. But listen, I have a 35-year-old daughter, right? She has 6 kids. The 6 kids range from age 10 to 11 months. She has 3 different baby daddies, 2 of which do pay child support. The last one, she's still with. They've been together for about 5 years now. So they got evicted about 2 years ago. Since they got evicted, they've been staying with us. Me and my wife don't charge them any rent. They've been staying with us, hopefully saving money. That way they can get their own place, even though I highly doubt this. Now, my daughter works part-time. Her man works full-time. He's a chef. But they still ask me for help with phone bills, groceries, kid supplies, you name it. You name it, they ask me for help. And I try to help them the best I can because I love my daughter and I love my grandkids. Now, since they've been staying with us, it's always loud. It's always loud in the house. It's always something going on. I always got to wake up at certain times to check on a kid, things like that. And I'm honestly getting tired because all my kids are grown. My youngest kid moved out of my house 4 years ago. Now, Christmas Eve, right? Christmas Eve, my daughter announced that she was pregnant with child number 7. Everybody was happy. Everybody at the Christmas party. I look at my wife, face full of dread. She looks back at me, and I know I got a face full of dread because really? Really? We are tired. What you mean? 7 kids? This is your 7th kid, and you only have the 2 bedrooms in my house? So me and my wife talk about it. We talk about it and we talk about it, and we agree that we just can't do this. We just can't keep doing this. We can't. So the other day, we're at dinner and we're talking to our daughter, and we let her know, hey, you got to find a place to stay. She immediately starts crying. And she's like, why? I'm like, sorry, honey, but we don't have room for one more kid. We can't keep housing all these children. We wanted to remodel the house. We didn't think that y'all would be here for this long. We honestly can't do it. Y'all have to find somewhere to stay. We're giving y'all 2 months. She then said how it wasn't fair and that she's not going to leave and she needs more time. And if she doesn't get more time, she's going to go call the cops and get the courts involved. I said, newsflash, when you go to court about it, they only give you 30 days to get out. We're giving you 60. She then said how it was unfair and how we're going to make her kids homeless. How we kicking all of them out. They're going to have nowhere to go. She then made a Facebook post talking about she's looking for a room to rent because she has nowhere to go and no family to turn to. Her family's turned her back on her. The thing is, I honestly feel like we did all we could do. We gave up our home for 1.5 years, didn't charge any rent. We helped out with the kids whenever we could, and you still want to have another baby? You're already struggling with 6. You still want to have another? I'm tired. My wife is tired. We're tired. Our kids are grown. We love our grandkids dearly. But we can't keep living like this.
Oh, we got one.
So I'm wondering, am I the a-hole for kicking my daughter out?
Single guy.
Am I?
What the hell was that?
I don't know. All right. So we're going to talk about this and then we're going to get up out of here. What do you feel, Beans?
I don't think he is. Truth be told, I think he was a little bit too lenient on her.
Thank
He was
you.
too lenient on her. Let her stay that long with all the.
Listen, man, like I said, this is the whole point of this whole episode. You get treated how you let people treat you. And also understand something. If you give people leeway to take from you, they're going to keep taking. When you finally say enough's enough, when really the enough was a long time ago, but you were trying to be nice. You were trying not to rock the boat. Too many of us are too scared to rock the boat. We're too scared to do it. So we don't do it. And then we just get angrier and angrier and angrier. So what I'm saying is that man and his wife should have said from the jump, we only can help you how we want to help you.
That's it. And for so long.
And set the boundaries right off the gate. Listen, you're done with having any more kids. You have another kid, you're out.
Game over.
Because you know why? If she's gonna live her life like you're gonna be responsible for her, then be responsible for her. Treat her like a kid.
That's it. You can't.
See, the problem is so many of us want to be adults, but ain't willing to do what being an adult. Like that's the whole point of being like the man, the leader. Like the point of being the leader is you make the decisions, but you got to live with them too.
Yeah.
So if shit go bad, guess who they gonna blame? You.
Yeah. And the fact that his daughter's like, well, I'm gonna get the courts involved in the police.
That would have been.
I'm like, what?
You know what? You ain't got to worry about that because you leaving now.
That's it. That would have been it.
You're leaving now, and you and it ain't got nothing to do with my grandkids. I feel bad for them, but these are the choices their mother made.
Mm-hmm. And I would look at the dude. I would look at the man, her man. I'm like, you sit here, okay, struggling like that.
That's why my thing is this: you got 7 kids. How many baby fathers?
That's the thing.
None of them worth for shit.
Exactly. He said she had multiple baby fathers. At some point, you gotta tell these kids no.
At some point, you gotta say no. The problem is the reason she keep doing this is because she keep having this life raft which is her
Uh-huh.
parents.
Uh-huh.
See, people do wrong when they know they got somebody to back them up. You know what I mean? You ever see that person who, when they with a group, or they want to talk shit to other people,
Mhm.
but then if it's by themselves, their whole demeanor change. See, once you got help, your chest stick out a little bit more.
Yep. 'Cause
When you look at and I'm gonna bring it back to the strike. Clinton or Collins and Elmira, they the ones who started this thing off. If those two prisons would have just striked and none of us would have came out and helped them, they would have been like, yo, this is messed up. But now that all of us are joining together, oh, their chest is out. They said, yo,
Mhm. That's it.
we can make a change.
What you gonna do?
Yo, move.
Now it's not just them. Now civilian staff done walked out.
Because they see it's unsafe.
Yeah. They need us. They see they need us.
Listen, y'all, and I'm telling you, I'm asking everybody, even if you love corrections, you love law enforcement, or you hate law enforcement, right is right. And all I'm asking is for everybody to be safe.
Mhm.
Not just us, not just the inmates, not just the civilians, but everybody. So let's make this safe again.
That's it.
All right. I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Beans.
Yeah, have a good one.
Hey, enough's enough. We standing strong. Let's go.
Fight the power.
Fight the power.
I'm gonna be out there tomorrow.
All right. We out.
Nigga! That's got to be racist.